Welcome to the Core Women Podcast, the place for women entrepreneurs, authors, and self-starters looking to build community and gain valuable insight through expert interviews with women at the top of their game. Join your host, podcaster, producer, expert coach, entrepreneur, and author, Dr. Summer Watson, as she aims to inspire and empower you through these candid conversations. Lean in and embrace the journey. It's time to start the show. Here's your host, Dr. Summer Watson.
Today on the show, I'd like to welcome Charlotte Petit Noble, who specializes in empowering, teaching, and helping purpose-driven coaches to create, launch, and monetize highly profitable and impactful programs and courses with ease and confidence. She founded the Peppy Profit Place, a place where passion elevates profit, purpose, and you. Her 4 primary areas of focus are intuitive business growth, social media, sales, and program and course launches. She is originally from France, and she now resides in Los Angeles with her family. We have so much to talk about today. Let's just jump right into this and welcome Charlotte.
Oh my goodness. I am so freaking excited and happy to be with you this morning. This is going to be great. And I cannot wait to just tackle all the things that we want to talk about today. This is going to be so juicy. Thank you so much for having me.
I love your energy. That is so exciting. So before we jump into the professional part of your journey, let's talk a bit about your personal side. Where you grew up, living in France, what brought you to the States, and how you developed your passion.
Okay, let's go back to that time. I feel like it was like another life. So I grew up in France, in southern French Riviera. By the way, beautiful, beautiful side of the country with the sea. I had a very wonderful childhood. I studied a lot. I was kind of the golden kids, if I may say. But when you are a golden kid, you have a lot of pressure on your shoulder. Mm-hmm. And I did all those studies. And today I'm not even sure that I use what I studied before. That's the funny part. Oh. I started my career in Paris. I was working for a fashion magazine, Marie Claire. Perfect job for a 20-year-old in Paris. I was going on photo shoot. I was, partying with models. It was just crazy amazing. And I was actually in charge of all the online marketing. So that's when I started to create my experience and learn more about what's going on online. And back then, it was 15 years ago, maybe more. The online marketing world was completely different. Mm-hmm. So you really learn along the way and you adjust everything that you learned from the beginning to what's going on now. And I think that's the beauty of my experience. Going back to Paris, at one point I was like, I don't speak English. And that becomes to be in my head all the time. I want to speak English. I want to explore the world. And at that time, believe it or not, my sweet 16 with whom I was separated for the past 4 years. So I met him at 16. We stayed together for 4 years. We broke up for 4 years. And 4 years after, we met again in Paris. 9 months after that first kiss, he said to me, I have an opportunity in Los Angeles. Will you join me? Because I won't go without you. And so I was like, I don't speak English. Let's do it.
That's so awesome and brave, courageous.
Yeah. And so 11 years ago, we came to Los Angeles. He's working in the Hollywood industry, movies industry. He's kind of a big cookie in the industry of the movie world. But yeah, I was 11 years ago not speaking English, and he was climbing the ladder of, the movie industry while I was sitting home learning English. I took 10 months of intensive English classes. Wow. 10 months to be able to speak, because my goal was to climb the corporate ladder as well and have a great role into the marketing world here. Well, the universe has a different plan for me. So it didn't happen this way. When after I learned English, I realized that I didn't have a work visa. And even though I was married now to my sweet 16, I couldn't have a work visa. Yeah, because at that time, 11 years ago, at that time, he had a H-1B1 visa. And at that time, you couldn't get a work visa. You could stay with your husband, support him, or you couldn't work.
Wow.
You were
Really?
allowed to be a desperate housewife.
Oh, wow. Yes, right, right. Oh, no. So then what did you do?
So I started a company based in France, and I started to work with everyone in the world except the United States. So I started to keep going with my experience doing social media, doing online marketing, and learning. I've done a lot as well into business development, and I actually launched 4 different businesses at that time, all into the knowledge industry. It was like pretty awesome. I got bored at one time.
Wow.
I got bored and I decided to become a hairstylist.
Okay.
Crazy. So I went back to beauty school.
I think
and I
it's
became
cool.
a hairstylist. Yeah.
Yeah. So you went into hairstyling, and then what?
And then I think I did the whole, loop of hairstyling stuff. I became an educator. I, built my clientele. I was kind of like having success, like within only like 2 years of doing so. And I got bored again. And then I got pregnant. And I was like, I'm not driving like back and forth 3 hours per day.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be like that.
Right.
Very pregnant.
Very pregnant, right?
So there is no way that I'm going to do like 3 hours of driving every day. And I realized right before I got pregnant that I was more passionate about building my clientele online and really like creating the content online than actually doing the hair. I really loved the education part as well, teaching people how to do things. But because I just had like 2 years of experience, I didn't have like a lot to teach to people. So I felt like it was time for me to do another leap.
Gotcha.
And so I did. Yeah, I did. And I started a blog and a podcast at that time.
Oh, okay.
And it was right before my son was born. So it was in 2019. So very recent, actually.
Yes.
The podcast name was How Moms Make Money Online, and the blog was the same name. And what I was doing is really like compacting all the knowledge that I have had about starting a business online marketing, social media. Everything went onto a blog and onto that podcast where I was interviewing moms who were making money online. And I got bored again. Well, I didn't get bored this time, but I was like, I have massive knowledge. Everyone is saying like, we learned so much from you. Like, I'm like, I should be compensated for that. And I should create something that actually like show results and prove people that they can do it as well. And so in November 2020, I launched my first program ever. And it was really focused on how to create, launch, and monetize a program.
I love that.
At that time, I wasn't talking about universal law. I hadn't had any spiritual teaching inside my coaching. It was purely marketing, and it was purely based on a masculine force, taking action. Right? So when I started that program, within a month, I enrolled 10 new clients. And that was like a big freaking win moment for me. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. That's
huge. My freaking God. Yeah. And so at that time, the program was only 8 weeks. So in 8 weeks, all my clients got their program launched, and 5 to 10 clients while they were making no money before. So it was a big, like, oh my God, first I was so happy for them. And second of all, I was like, I have something that I have to elaborate, that I have to really like expand and advance.
Right.
And so I started to transform that program into a bigger container. So instead of being like 8 weeks and we have a point A to point B, became more of a coaching offer, where within 6 months, I would help you create, launch, and monetize your coaching offer in a way that it's really magnetic and attracts your clients. And along my journey, I hired a few business coach. And it's very funny because I decided at one point to fire my business coach because it was a lot of masculine energy. And I just had a new baby. I couldn't like be behind my laptop all freaking time. It wasn't possible for me. And I didn't even get the result that I expected by just pushing myself and posting every single day.
Right.
I got to a point where I wasn't listening to anyone. And I was just posting because I was pushed by my coach to do the things, to take action. And it was exactly what I was needing at that time. So I don't regret anything.
Right.
But I neglected my family. I neglected my little son. I neglected my health. And someday I woke up, my body was giving me the signal. Hives everywhere.
Whoa. Okay.
Hives everywhere. And I knew it was not food allergy. I knew it was stress.
Right.
So I fired a business coach and I hired a spiritual coach.
Gotcha.
And it changed the whole thing. It changed the freaking whole thing. It changed my frequency, my vibration, the way I show up, the energy that I give, how I step into love and peace, how I actually share, receive and give to people, give and receive in that order. And actually the business thrives even more. So I was spending less time in social media. I was taking care of my son, making sure that I had like the most wonderful, lovable relationship with my husband, making sure that I was connected with my friend, making sure I was taking care of myself. So I was integrating that feminine force into my life, cultivating it so that I could show up the best way possible. And now my actions are efficient. So it wasn't about the number of action. It wasn't about me posting daily and going crazy and pushing for the noise.
Right.
It was about me stepping back, taking a step back, refocusing on who I was. And suddenly my message like got brighter and louder. Suddenly I was seen just by the people who needed to see my message. Suddenly I wasn't anymore on social media. And by the way, 2 days ago, I received an email from someone on Instagram where I'm not anymore. I just want to be clear. She said, "Oh, I see you're super active on social media." It was very funny. I was like, yes, indeed I am. I love LinkedIn, so I'm active on LinkedIn, but I'm not every day on LinkedIn, right? But it was very funny that she just says to me, while I'm just like, letting go of Facebook, letting go of Instagram, letting go of the things that doesn't make me feel good.
Right. Yeah.
She says to me, "Oh, you're super active on social media." And I was, that's what I mean. It's not about the number of action. It's about the intention and the efficiency of each separate one.
Absolutely. Well, I love the process of your journey and the insight and the steps that you took and reflected upon to be where you are now. And that is so important. And you may have at that point needed that one coach, but again, you grew from that and then got a different coach that helped you kind of reframe and look at things in a different light, in a different way. And we need that, right? And so you were able to regain your life back and continue on your journey. And you created Peppy Profit Place, which is your business. That is so exciting. Tell us a little bit about that.
So yes, so the big vision of Peppy Profit Place is really to be a safe home for coaches who really wants to grow their business in a different way. So I came to a place where before I was teaching only how to do group programs and courses online, which I still do, but I'm more open to what my clients vibes with. So if you vibe more with a membership or if you vibe more with a one-on-one offer, then I help you build something that really make you vibrate at a higher sequence, at a higher frequency. Yeah. And that has changed the life of all my clients, really, because now they step into a coaching session with me or coaching call. And it's not about taking action and talking about the strategy and talking about what other things that you can do. What can you add to your plate right now? No, it's a completely different energy that we're really working at, because I do believe that we work hard, not on the right things. And so I really want people to refocus on what's really important and the work hard. So it's true that you work hard, you get the result, but the work hard doesn't happen behind your laptop. Working hard on yourself and making sure you feel good and you step into that energy so that you deliver your best content, your best self to other people. That's where the working hard needs to be focused on, not on the number of posts that you do on social media.
Right. Yeah. I like that perspective, because we can get so caught up in this loop of posting. And what happens is there is a reward. There is a dopamine reward. So our brain clicks into that. And what ends up happening is we continue to go back to something that we're addicted to, where we get that reward. Right. And so it processes, or it creates that dopamine push that it's like, oh gosh, this feels so good. So how do you break free from that and really do some things that are healthy for yourself? And that is what you're talking about. And I love that perspective, because a lot of us can get caught in that social media trap, so to speak, and that it's needed, it's essential, and these words that go through our heads and these phrases and these ideas, because we are conditioning ourselves, right? So I love that you took a step back. You were able to get some objectivity about what it is that you need and how you can help your clients in a different way. And so I love the whole concept of the Peppy Profit Place being a home for those entrepreneurs. It's just like Core Women. It's a home for the hearts and souls of women. And so that really resonates with me.
And what I like as well is really like to focus on the misfit, right? The people who think they're a misfit, the people they think that they don't get these little secrets that everyone has to shine on social media or to shine online or to have that successful business. They're like, I don't have that secret. So what's going on? Like everyone seems to have that secret. Yeah. But we need to realize that it's a lot of noise, not only on social media, but everywhere. It's a lot of noise. And the noise is made by only 20% of the population. There is still like a big 80%, if not more, maybe it's like 90% of the population on social media and everywhere in the world who are just quiet. They are just like watching those successful people and are clueless and are like, what's going on? And everyone is saying like, you should do that, you should do that, you should do that. And because they stack the evidence based on someone else, it becomes like they start to question themselves, they start to question their talents. While when you understand, and I think there is a shift of mindset to have, where you understand that what that other coach is doing to build their business, it's not going to work the same way for you, because you have a unique blueprint.
Yes.
And your genius zone online, it's not the same as those people.
Yeah.
And so what we do inside the Peppy Profit Place, we actually figure out where does your light shine the most and what makes you feel alive.
Yeah. I love that, because I'm all about knowing that we each have our own process. Our process isn't going to look the same. My process isn't going to look the same as your process. We are multidimensional as humans. And so that makeup of what our belief is, what our passion is, what our focus is, looks very different. And so I love that when you work with somebody, you work with them from the place of you're an individual and we're going to figure out what your process is, not what somebody else's is. So I really do appreciate that. So my next question is, what has been one of your biggest challenges as a business owner, and how have you overcome it?
Ooh, that's a good one. The biggest challenge that I faced was really about taking that step back and trusting the process and trusting that life force has my back. And so I made the point of taking care of myself daily. And when I'm at lunchtime, I do a 30 minutes meditation. 30 minutes, it's a lot when you have a big to-do list.
Yes. Yes.
And that is the hardest things for me, to just like honor my well-being and honor that 30 minutes meditation.
Yeah. That is a biggie.
It's a very big thing. And really like embrace and embody the fact that nothing's going to happen during those 30 minutes and you won't probably do like better, like, tackle your to-do list faster if you don't take those 30 minutes for yourself and meditate.
Right.
And I have to get myself out of my own way. and push. And that's where it's the work hard like starts.
Yeah.
And I'm literally like having those pattern interrupting. And it can be like every 5 seconds when I'm in the mode, you know, like sometimes you're just stressed and like, oh my God, I have to finish that. I have to finish that. I have to whatever reply to that client. I have to get my report. And then you're like, well, stop a minute. And I swear I have to refocus myself on the meditation until I finally sat down, close my eyes, put my earpod and cut all the noise.
Yeah.
Close my eyes, close my ears, close everything. And now I can be like nobody to become everybody, right?
Right.
And that is so needed. But it's the biggest fight I fight every single day.
Yeah.
Trusting the process, trusting my intuition, and be sure that it's not gonna hurt my business.
Right.
On the opposite, it's actually gonna make it flourish.
Yeah.
Not only is gonna nourish my soul, mind, and body, but the person that I'm gonna meet then, the things that I'm gonna do for my business are gonna be at a higher level of inspiration, motivation, and even like what to deliver. Since I started to meditate more, to integrate those big chunk of meditation and those big, like for lunch, I actually sit in silence with myself and I look at what I eat. It's mindfulness, right?
Right.
Mindfulness has really like helped me not only grow, but expand in a way that I didn't even know were possible.
Yeah. Well, I think that's so insightful because it is, as a business owner, we're constantly racing and thinking we have to do this, check off this, do this, but we forget to take time for ourselves. And what ends up happening is we're not living in alignment with our vision and our mission at that point. So for you to be able to take that time, for you to choose to take that time and be present and mindful and push out the noise, that actually means that you are living in alignment with what you're teaching. And so you're also able to give to your clients in a different way when you take care of your wellness.
And it's also like the biggest challenges of my clients. One of the biggest challenges of my clients, they have a hard time to just step back. They're like, if I step back, I'm going to lose. It's the fear of missing out of something that doesn't even exist. And so that's why then, you know, the saying that say, enjoy the process, enjoy the progress more than the outcome makes a lot of sense because life happened right now. So if you can stay focused on the now and enjoying your life now, you understand everything about life in general.
Absolutely.
It's not the outcome. It's not tomorrow when you do that you're going to be happy today, because today is today. When we are tomorrow, you cannot be happy today because it's tomorrow.
Right.
I don't even know if I make sense, but
and who's to say we have tomorrow? So why not be present and in the moment, right? Why not enjoy this time? Why not soak this up and really experience it? I love what you're saying here. Now, my next question is, what are some tips, just a couple of tips you might give someone trying to develop and sell a course?
Oh, I have like actually 5 shifts that they have to do right now. Number one, they need to have like solid business foundation. So we talk a lot about the feminine flow and everything, but you also need like some very masculine action, and having the solid structure for your business is very, very important, because when things doesn't happen the way you think, if you have the solid foundation, and I'm talking about your core purpose, your mission, the target market, all the marketing things that, you know, like marketing guru is teaching you. Yes, you have to have the solid foundation. Doesn't mean that it's not going to evolve with time, but you have to have the solid foundation. Number two, you want to have a business model that is really effortless and allow you to scale easily. So it needs to be sustainable as well. So a business model that means like, how do you bring money inside your business, right? So it's also very masculine energy, right? We're talking about like, how do you make money? How do you make profits? And so you want something that allows scales, meaning that an hour of your time is supposed to help a lot of people, right?
Right.
So if you do an example, if you do one-on-one, you can help one person at the time. So your time is limited and the number of people that you can help during that hour is very limited. However, if you do groups or if you have a membership or if you sell a book, with one little thing, one little compact time or availability of yourself, you can help a lot of different people.
Right.
It's an easiest way to scale your business.
Love it.
Yeah. Number 3, you want to have aligned strategy. Marketing strategy that feels good for you, not for the other coach that you're watching online. You have to figure out your genius zone and what makes you feel alive. If it's blogging, blog. If you don't have fun being on social media, then don't be on social media.
Yeah.
Businesses were successful before social media happened. Don't get me wrong, social media is an amazing tool if you know how to use it. And I do believe that most of people use it very wrong. And we try to transform social media into some sort of business lead generation where the purpose of social media is just simply being social.
That's a good way of putting it.
It's called Facebook.
Yeah.
People want to see your face.
Right. Right. Yes.
It's called Instagram. People want to see instant moment of your life.
Right.
You don't even need to like go crazy on any algorithm. Just take the social media platform for what it is and have fun with it.
Yeah.
So aligned marketing strategy. Then you cultivate, this is number 4, you cultivate your feminine flow and you take care of yourself and you take care of your energy and you recenter so that the message that you express then is truly you.
Yeah.
Deeply you, authentically you. And when you cultivate that feminine force, that feminine energy, then number 5, you activate that masculine force that allows you to take action. But not any action, really efficient action, intentional action that actually change the result, the set of results that you're getting. So if you combine all those 5 tips, all those 5 shifts together, then you're going to get a new set of results.
Those are brilliant tips. I think if you put those into process, they absolutely will be so supportive for any entrepreneur, male or female, because those are steps that just make sense. And I love how you can bring your individuality into those steps, which is so important. So thank you so much for giving us a snapshot, a really good snapshot of what you can do that will help you develop and sell a course or construct your business, or what you want to do in relation to being an entrepreneur that will lead to your success and, most importantly, your happiness, that peppy place. So
and when you have a business, it's not just about having a business, it's about creating the life. So the business is an asset of that wonderful life that you want to live. It's not the other way around. You're not the assets of your business. The business is the assets of your life. And so you have to understand that your life is really intertwined to your business. We can see that even more now because we all work from home. So it's very close, right? But when you really allow that flow of really like intertwine themselves to each other, your business life and your life, then you see another dimension just opening in front of your eyes. And then not only you doing it for yourself, but you're teaching your kids, you're guiding like people around you, you inspire other people to actually fully step into what's really true for you. Because at the end of the day, it's really about serving people.
Absolutely. It's about those relationships. It's about serving people. And I don't think we can forget about this. It is actually about being able to support yourself, to take care of your life. And I think as women, we forget to talk about that aspect of business, that we are there to make it work and monetize it. So I think one of the tip that you gave that really resonated is 1 hour. In that hour, are you helping one person or are you helping many? Are you writing that book that will influence many, or are you doing one-to-one coaching? And one-to-one coaching is great. But even my partner and I, we talk about how can we help many? And that is critical and key because of time. Time is a precious commodity. And so time is money. Time is a commodity. Time is wellness. Time is your life. Time is something you want back as an entrepreneur. And that's hopefully why you've become an entrepreneur, because you want more of that special time to do what you'd like to do.
Yes. And that's why I also like the hybrid program. I call them the hybrid program because you get to have your one-on-one clients, but you also do groups, and you also do you have other revenue streams for what you do.
Right.
I had an interesting conversation with one of my clients yesterday, and she was telling me when I have an hour, when my son is sick, I sometimes just get pissed because I don't have time to do my business. And I told her, stop here. Taking care of your time is actually serving your business. It's the combination of everything that makes you whole, that will help your business thrive.
Right.
So during that hour, when you are with your son, you're still serving on a higher purpose, you're still serving someone. Still helping someone, you're still guiding someone, you're still showing up so that is actually helping your business.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you, Charlotte, for everything we've talked about today. And as we come to the close of the interview, because we've talked about so much and there's so many pearls of wisdom here and so many takeaways. But my last question is, if you were to leave the listeners with some words of wisdom, what would they be?
I have a good one for you. And I realized that not long ago. When you start a business, whether it's a coaching program, a coaching course, a membership, whatever, when you start a business that the purpose is serving people, you enter into a contract with the universe, with life force. And so each part has a very particular job to do. Your job is to take the intentional and efficient action that you can control and let the universe do the rest. So instead of setting goals about the outcome, I want to make 20K this month or 200K this month, which you cannot control. You cannot control the yeses or no. You cannot control that number.
Yeah.
But instead, if you say, I'm going to make sure that I contact 5 people per day, that you can control. I'm going to make sure that I show up as bright as I can. That you can control.
Yeah.
So focus on the things that you can control, and let the second part of the contract be taken care of from the universe, from life force. Because when you align, guess what? The energy field is just giving you a big freaking hug, and the outcome suddenly land on your life. And when you don't have any expectation and you detach yourself because you know that's not even, you're not in charge of that, then the outcome is even better.
I love that. Well, Charlotte, I want to thank you for joining me on the Core Women podcast today.
I had so much fun. Thank you so very much. I cannot wait to have some feedback from this one because it was a very good one. So I hope your audience find it juicy, and anytime they need a little push, anything, you know, to find me.
Yeah, well, we certainly do. And thank you for your time and for being here with me, Charlotte. If you want to connect and follow Charlotte Petit Noble, you can do that by going to LinkedIn and Facebook, as well as at peppyprofitplace.com.
Thank you for joining us on the Core Women podcast with Dr. Summer Watson. We're so glad you're here and would love to connect more with you. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Core Women, and on Twitter at Core Women 1. For more about Core Women and Dr. Watson, visit corewomen.com. Want more support and resources for amazing women like you? Great! Join Dr. Watson and Jen Fontanilla at the Life, Love, and Money Collective, a core women production that aids in understanding the key traits that might be getting in the way of living a life that you are absolutely passionate about. Connect with Summer and Jen and find out more at thelifeloveandmoney.com.